Hi, I'm Elena. I'm a singer and voice teacher based in Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you are joining me for the first time, welcome. I highly encourage you to go back and check out some of the other videos in this series first, because I'm going to be referring back to those, and this whole thing will make a lot more sense if you watch them sequentially. In this video, I want to talk to you about intonation. There are a lot of people out there who struggle with singing in tune, and that's not just beginning singers. This is actually something that anyone at any level struggles with sometimes. Pretty much nobody sings in tune 100% of the time because it's an incredibly complicated bodily process. It starts in your brain, really, with ear training, and then you have to physically manifest the note that your brain is trying to sing. So it takes a lot of different steps, and sometimes things just don't go as planned. If you think that you are tone deaf, you are probably wrong. I have worked with so many singers who have not been able to match pitch at all at first and have gone on to be able to sing completely in tune. So I know it can be done. And I think that one of the best tools that you can use for this is actually apps. My course, the 5-Minute Singer, does not specifically cover matching pitch, but I do want to explain there are generally 2 reasons why people sing out of tune. And the first reason is ear training. So ear training is just your ability to hear a note and then sing it back, externalize it. So that's kind of like a new mental, physical coordination skill that some people are born with and some people just are not born with. And if you're not born with it, you have to cultivate it. You have to make that happen. The second reason that people sing out of tune is because of technical issues. So for example, people with a lot of dead zone tension can sometimes sing flat because they are squeezing the crap out of this area and making it very difficult for them to sing in tune. So in the case of the second type of intonation issue, my course will really help with that because it will help you to sing more efficiently. And once you fix some of those technical issues, your intonation issues will likely go away. If ear training, however, is the issue, my course does not cover ear training. And so you'll have to do some ear training in tandem with the course in order to be able to sing in tune. Apps are such a powerful tool for helping you to ear train and learn how to sing in tune. And I want to recommend 3 different types of apps to you today that can help you to do that. I'm not going to really reference specific apps because they're just changing all the time, but these are the 3 kinds of apps that I would recommend. And that way it doesn't matter if you're using iOS or you're using Android or something else. You'll be able to find something for your device. The first type of app is the simplest, and it's simply a pitch analyzer. This is kind of like a reverse pitch pipe where you sing a note and the app tells you what note you're singing. This is extremely helpful if you are learning music and you're trying to sing it in tune. If you have sheet music, you can make sure that the note that you are singing matches what the app says that you are singing. If you don't have sheet music for your songs, which is normal for a lot of contemporary music, you can look up lead sheets, even guitar tabs, find out what the chords are, figure out what your notes are, and then cross-reference that, make sure that you're singing the correct notes. If you purchase a version of this course that involves a little bit more help from me, I can tell you what the important notes are in your song, especially for sustained notes, so you can look at your app and make sure that you are singing those notes at the correct times. Another thing that you can do with a pitch analyzer is do pitch matching exercises with yourself. For this, you're going to need a keyboard, either a digital keyboard or a physical keyboard. Simply play a couple of notes in your comfortable range, looking at the app to see what the notes are, and then sing them back and make sure that you are singing the correct notes back. When you do exercises like that, a big part of ear training is just learning to hear if you are flat, too low, or sharp, too high, and by how much. So if you're off, pay attention to which direction you're off in and by how much, and learn how to scoop up or down to fix that. So those are things that you can do with that pitch analyzer app to help you to learn how to do that. If that kind of sounds complicated, don't worry, because there are apps that handle all of that for you, and that's what I'm going to talk about next. So the next type of app is a karaoke app. If you remember Guitar Hero or Dance Dance Revolution, basically these are games that kind of show you in tempo where certain things are supposed to happen. And then if you don't do them at the right time, it shows you how off you were. This is how a lot of these karaoke apps work. So it'll show you both the timing, rhythm, and the pitches that you're supposed to be singing. And then if you are off, it will show you if you are flat or sharp. It will show you if you were early or late. So if you're getting used to matching tempo and matching pitch, these apps are extremely helpful. When you are selecting an app, make sure that you pick one that has music that you actually want to sing, because a lot of them have weird libraries of music that nobody really knows. You might have to pay for these apps, but in my opinion, they are so worth it because it also gamifies practice. You can sing along and it kind of feels like just a fun thing that you're doing, but you are actually working out that ear training skill and learning how to sing in tune at the same time. If you are paying for an app, I would highly recommend paying for it on your computer, on a browser, and then logging in, just because of the App Store fees. A lot of times you can save some money by paying for it on your computer, and the creators of the apps also end up getting more of your payment that way. Some of these apps also have helpful features, including transposition, so you can move that song up or down to make it more comfortable for your voice. Optional vocal guides, so they'll have like a professional singer who you can sing along with, and then you can remove the voice when you're ready to help you learn the notes. Some of them will also provide you with scores, so it might give you a percentage of the time that you were in tune or in tempo on any given day, and over time you can see if you can improve those scores. The final type of app I want to talk about is an ear training app. The ear training exercise that I recommended with the pitch analyzer, that's something that a lot of these ear training apps do. A lot of them also teach you relative pitch. They focus on chord identification. It's all stuff that's going to sharpen your musical ear and make it easier for you to hear when things are in tune and coordinate that process of brain to voice. Some of these apps will also have vocal exercises that you can sing, like arpeggios or scales, and it'll measure your accuracy on those, which can be really, really helpful. Before I go, I do have a couple more tips if you're trying to learn how to sing in tune. One of the biggest ones is simply picking music that is appropriate for your voice. A big example of this is in popular music. A lot of songs sung by biological males are sung by tenors with incredibly high voices. If you are a guy with a low voice, it's going to be pretty much physically impossible for you to sing a lot of that stuff, even if you were singing with perfect technique. So either lower those songs, transpose them down, or pick songs sung by lower voices to set yourself up for success with singing in tune. Think before you sing. When doing pitch matching exercises, it's important to take a second before you sing and imagine the note in your head and then externalize it. If you simply go from hearing it to singing it without really thinking about it, you're probably going to be a little bit rocky if it's not something that comes naturally to you. So make sure that you're really thinking through, you hear that pitch in your head, and then you sing it right in the center of the pitch. Learn from your mistakes. Knowledge really is power, so it's fine to sing out of tune, but while you're singing out of tune, try to figure out which direction you're wrong in. Are you flat or sharp? And by how much? Also pay attention to patterns. Are there areas of your voice in which you're more or less accurate? Are there vowels or consonants that seem to throw you off? The more you know about your patterns and proclivities, the easier it's going to be for you to fix those and learn how to sing in tune. Finally, slide to the goal. If you sing a note wrong, don't simply stop singing and try again. Learn how to slide up or slide down slowly until you find the correct note. For example, if I was trying to hit this note, ooh, and I came in here, ooh, I could go, ooh, to find the correct note. If you're concerned about intonation, don't worry. These apps have got your back. If you use one of these apps while you're taking my course, you can improve your pitch accuracy and improve your singing technique at the same time, so you can sing better than you ever thought was possible. If you're ready to start making a change, go ahead and sign up for my course now. I'd love to see you in there. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.